Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing two different gnome theme DIYs. The first one's going to be a mop gnome. Okay, so the first thing I did was I grabbed a pack of these party hats from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use two. And I'm going to remove the elastic that's on the bottom, and I'm also going to use one of these mini tree skirts from the Dollar Tree, and I chose the buffalo plaid one. And this is super easy, there's no painting involved. You're just going to kind of wrap it around to make a rough measure, and then cut off what you need, and you're going to just simply glue it on. Very simple. I really like these party hats for DIYs because it's already in a cone shape. You don't have to buy poster board and try to shape it and get it perfect. It's already shaped for you. Anyway, you just add another bead of glue on the other side and kind of pull the fabric so it'll be nice and tight, and don't burn your fingers. And then on the very top, just kind of form the little cone on top, and you're done. So here I'm going to do the second one. Same process. Just cut, although this one I cut it a little bit too short, but it's okay, it's in the back, and I do end up mending it at the end, so it won't be too bad. But just put some glue and do some on the other side, and it's just so simple. You could make a ton of these. This could be a really great kid project, family fun project for sure. So see on the bottom there is a little opening. It's not bad, but I do end up mending it later on, so these things happen. So yeah, I just formed the little cone on the very top, and I glue that closed. You can add a pom-pom if you like, but then it would look more like a Santa hat, so I just decided to just make it as tight as I can and cut off the excess. So this excess here, this is what I end up using to mend the other one later on. So do not waste anything. All the scraps could be used for something else. So here I go ahead and fix this one as well. But yeah, these are a great little project for the kiddos too. Make their own little gnomes, give them names. That would be so cute. May do something like that with my grandsons. So anyway, now you're going to take one of these mop heads from the Dollar Tree, and there's a trick to pulling these apart. So all you do is pull a couple of the strands out, just one, and then keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling until you can finally grab a few at a time, and then before you know it, you've got it all done. So now you're going to take these individual strands and you're going to pull them apart, and they come apart in 4 strands. So see, just like that, 4 strands. So now you're going to gather at least 80 or so strands, and you're going to make 2 bundles. So 2 bundles of 80 or so, or you can make it less if you want it, if you don't want it so full. So here's a bundle of 80. You're just going to fold it roughly. There's really no exact way, just kind of fold it. And you're going to take, well, I took one of these foam dice because it's what I had on hand, but if you have a styrofoam ball, that works too. But I just took one of these foam dice, and no painting. I just added some glue, Add, and then press the mop on it, the mop strands, the rope strands. Added glue on the other side of the dice. Press that down. My ring got stuck in the glue. And just kind of press it down, and then all you do is take your little hat and insert it in there, and the rest of those strands will secure in a little bit. And so now I took one of these cute little stuffed animals, and don't cringe, I am cutting his little foot off because his little foot is a perfect nose. So you're going to add some glue and kind of close up the gap. I like to use this little silicone spatula to help me not burn my fingers. And so there's a little nose, it's perfect. Add some glue to the top and add it to the little hat. And I didn't show it on here, but I do show it on the next one. Add some glue on the bottom too. So here I'm going to do the second one, same process. So add some glue, adhere to the rope strands, and add some more glue. Press down, secure it well, and don't worry about the ones in the front, they'll be secured in a minute. And then here's my little foot. Oh, add some glue and fold it down. Don't burn your fingers. It's easy to burn your fingers on this thing. And we're going to use the non-fuzzy side. So put the hat on. Kind of push it all in there. Then take your little nose, put the glue on the fuzzy side, and glue it down. So this one I glued it down to the rope strands, but here's where I tried to secure a little bit better on the sides. So I kind of formed the nose a little bit better. And now here's where I also secured on the back. So I add the glue to the back of the foam dice, and I pull the strands to the back, and I close up the gap. Add some glue to the little opening that I had. I use that extra piece that I had from earlier that I snipped off, and I just mended it real quick. So that was my quick little fix it. So here I'm taking one of these little stands, and I'm just going to sit it on there. And I like the dice because it's flat, so they sit perfectly on there. There's no wobbly or anything. And there they are, so cute. And you can trim the beards if they're too long, or you can put them on the taller stand so they'll stand up taller. So here's my second one. It's a Dollar Tree Christmas tree gnome. Okay, for this DIY I picked up 2 of the white mini Christmas trees that Dollar Tree carries, and I'm going to fold them down with all the needles and all the branches going down. So how it is now, the opposite way. So just bend them all down on both trees, and we'll be doing the 2-tree. If you've seen the 2-tree hack, this is what we'll be doing. But just fold all the branches down, all of them, even the top one, and you'll do this to both trees. So here I'm going to flatten one side and flatten the other side, so each side gets to be flattened. And you're going to take one zip tie and put them together on the bottom, and kind of stagger them so one is higher than the other. And you're going to secure it with a zip tie or cable tie till it's real tight. Snip off the excess, and you're going to add the feet to just one of the bottoms, because our gnome's going to have some feet. I mean, we add the 3, but he's only really going to have 2 feet, but you'll see that in a minute. So now you're going to take one of the top ties, and you're going to just secure the top of it with it. So now here we're going to take this cute Santa hat in the buffalo check. I chose the buffalo check, but you can choose whichever you like. And I'm not going to cut this hat in case I want to use it later on. I'm just going to fold it so it'll kind of form what I want the cone to look like. And I'm taking some jute twine and I'm going to just tie it closed with a simple little knot. So that way if I want to reuse this hat, I can. So just make a little knot to make it nice and tight so it'll come apart. And this is a super simple, easy project. So now I'm going to take some of these cute little stockings that the Dollar Tree carries in the buffalo plaid, and even though they're in the same direction, that's okay. You're not gonna see that. We're going to end up putting them on there and folding them under themselves, so you won't see that. You'll just see the buffalo plaid on the bottom. And here I'm taking the same little poor little moose or reindeer and this time I'm sniffing off his nose. Oh my goodness, poor little man. But all kidding aside, these little stuffed animals, they do come in handy for some other DIY purposes. So again, you're going to add some glue to close up this gap, and again, please be careful because it's so easy to burn yourself doing this part here. These little spatulas are so handy dandy, and you get them in the makeup section of Dollar Tree. So you're just going to work it until you get it kind of close. You don't have to be perfect, just enough that the stuffing won't be coming out. So this is as perfect as I can get it. But I'm going to use a side without the nostrils. Keep the nostrils in the back. So I'm going to add some glue, and I'm just going to gently put it on the inside of the hat. And now I'm going to fix his little shoes, his little stockings. I'm going to add some jute twine just to tie him on there real nice and tight. Just a simple little bow. Sorry that I came out of frame here, I didn't realize. So simple little bow. Do the other the same, just kind of fold it down and make a quick little bow, and then just fold them under, and you won't see the back one anyway. The back foot of the tree, you won't see it. And here's my little gnome looking all cute. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.